Maybe one day the white balance will be alright. Maybe one day. Hello and welcome! This is my first video. Ever. Welcome again. I am an aspiring comedian, writer, etc., etc. I love creating things, I love entertaining, I love reaching people, and I love to talk to you, and I'm gonna tell you some things. Look at my lamp. Florida is like the Australia of the United States of America because it's like in the little corner and it's hot and lots of crazy shit happens here. And additionally, the stuff that happens like should kill you. Like it should kill you. Only a certain type of people come to visit here, old people and spring breakers, and a lot of them don't come back because they don't survive. People here are weird, and the things that go on here are definitely not normal, and it was brought to my attention that they're not normal, and I've lived here my entire life, so I have no like reference for this at all. So let's talk about that for a minute. Everyone says that the drivers in the state that they're from are bad, right? Well, unless you live in like a place where there are two cars, like Idaho, and I mean, what is an Idaho? Everyone in Idaho is a scarecrow. Who even drives? Unless you live somewhere where there's no cars, you're probably going to say that the people that live in your state drive bad. The problem is in Florida, nobody lives here. Like nobody actually lives in the state. I don't care if you're in Florida, you probably don't live here. You probably live in Wyoming or Oregon or Montana or anywhere that it's cold because you don't want to live there. So you decide to pollute my homeland with your terrible driving. Florida drivers aren't even Florida drivers. We're just borrowing all of everyone else's bad drivers. And people don't like to ever go the speed limit ever. I guess people don't like to follow laws. Also, Florida laws around helmets on bikes and motorcycles, we don't have them. You could just, I guess if you want, you can just like leave your melon unguarded as you cruise down the highway on a bike that's going as fast as a plane. And if you die, who cares, right? If you don't want to wear your helmet and you want to finish that suicide pact you made with your friend Timothy in the 5th grade, like fine, like that's all on you. Please wear a helmet. Please. Why is this a law in Florida? Like why is it not a law in Florida? That doesn't make a lick of sense. Other things. I don't know if you've ever been on a road before, but generally a road is supposed to be finished. A road is supposed to not be under construction every single day for 3 years. Even if they're done with a road like right adjacent to it will now be covered in workers that I have to worry about hitting, and there will be dust, and if I have my windows down and I'm blasting red bone at the top of my car's poor Prius lungs. I drive a Prius and I'm sorry. And I'm gripping the wheel as if Satan is going to rip it out from underneath. Like, I'm breathing in these fumes. Why is every single road in Florida just a problem? I know we were built on sand and orange peels and rats and tourists and suntan lotion spills, but please, I want to just get to my destination. I don't want to be worried about accidentally getting a fine or going to jail or killing someone. I don't know why that wasn't the first thing that I said. I guess I'm more worried about losing money than that's messed up. Other Florida things. If you're walking around in, say, Maine, Georgia, Alabama, I don't know, and you see an alligator, you're probably going to call the police or maybe run away. In Florida, if you see an alligator, it's like, must be Tuesday. Another thing that I found really interesting, at one point I visited another state where my extended family lives in, and that was fine. But I noticed every time I went to a lake, there was an absence of something. And the fact that I sense this is really weird because I guess like Florida has been so ingrained in me now that like just being out of here is unsettling. But when I came back, I realized what it was. Other states, for the most part, don't have signs that say, do not molest or whatever the alligators, because other states don't have 50 million alligators. I'm pretty sure like half the old people that live at the Publix are actually alligators wearing golf shorts and shit. Like, it is not normal. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my reptile friends. When I see an alligator, I'm like, hey, Al, and he's like, he doesn't say anything because he's an alligator. But we still get along because this is Florida. They're the natives, okay? I'm not supposed to be here, but that's a whole other shit entirely. Here's another thing I find interesting about Florida. If you were driving and you played Take a Shot every time we passed a Publix, not only would you have alcoholic fatty liver disease in about 5 minutes, but everybody on the road would be demolished and so would you. There's a Publix on every fucking street. Every single street corner has a Publix. What the None of these things that I'm saying are complaints. They're just observations I'm having that are kind of terrifying. I'm saying there are so many fucking Publixes around here, and I feel like they've taken over. I think it's just a southern thing. And I don't know if this part of Florida really counts as the South. I think we're just the South because we're the South, but like, there are so many strip malls, and some of them contain doctor's offices. Let that fucking sink in for a second. When I was little, I went to the pediatrician where there were people, and they were wearing smocks, and the whole place smelled like saline and alcohol, and it made your head hurt, but it was all white and clean, and there were doctors and nurses and shit, and there were a lot of them, and you could see degrees on the wall, and it looked so official and important and stuff. And then I went to the dentist, and it was the same old drill. You walk in, it smells like saline, you wait in a really polished waiting area, like everything's white, it's so clean. And then at some point, I guess you become an adult, and the doctor's offices here are just like repurposed houses. Someone lived in that doctor's office. Someone lived there. And now some schmuck named like Dan Stanley is your doctor. He's gonna go ahead and check out your body parts, make sure you're all working right. What the fuck? Drop shit. Life is hard. I just finished editing this video and realized that I forgot to end the video properly. Like a professional YouTuber. High five, me. That is to say, like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video and any other related videos, and I'll upload more of them. If not, I will cry. Bye!